and at 135, as I've mentioned, you've beaten a lot of good fighters so far, but you have been hit more at 135. You were dropped by Linares, even as you're collecting the belts, and by the end of the fight, there's no doubt that you are the winner. But now you fight Teofimo Lopez, who's a big, strong 135-pound fighter with fast hands and real punching power. What are your thoughts about Teofimo Lopez?
Несмотря на то, что ты боксируешь, всех побеждаешь, нету вопросов, что ты выходишь из ринга победителем, но сейчас ты боксируешь Теофима Лопеза, кто настоящий, 135 паундов, большой и с большим ударом. Что ты думаешь о Теофимо Лопезе?
He is a good puncher. He has a very high boxing IQ. He is younger, but we have the same fights on the list, and we'll see. I had a very big experience during a fight, during 12 rounds. So we'll see.
Well,
how can he hold his brace during the fight?
In over 400 amateur fights, you had one loss that you avenged twice. 2 gold medals. You're considered one of the greatest amateur fighters, if not, you're on a short list of the greatest amateur fighters of all time. And so far, you've been near at the top of the pound-for-pound list in the pros. And Teo's relatively inexperienced. He does not have your experience. And I remember about a year ago, you were saying, Vasily, things like, who's this Teofimo Lopez? Why are people talking about him? Why is he talking about me? What has he done? Do you feel he has done enough now to earn this shot against you in this fight?
Ты думаешь, что он сделал уже довольно много, чтобы этот бой состоялся с тобой? Потому что год назад ты говорил, как бы кто.
Now he is a world champion, and now he talk too much, and of course he заслуживает.
He deserves.
Of course, he deserves this fight because he do all for this fight. I mean, he's trash talk.
The easiest thing to compare, I suppose, mixed martial arts to is the world of boxing. Why do you think the world of boxing has not been able to do the things that you've been able to do over the last 6 months?
The world of boxing hasn't been able to do what I've been able to do over the last 20 years. So it has, so if they can't do things when the world is normal, you can't expect them to do things when the world is crazy.
Is that why? I mean, the last time we spoke about Zuffa quite a lot, and then that kind of has, I don't know if lost momentum is the right way of going about it, but what's your thought about that? Have you had a look into the world of boxing and thought to yourself, it's too messed up, I don't want to get involved with that, I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing?
Yep, I peeked under the hood a lot there for the last year and ran different things, looked at different things, and I said, I don't know, man, this is I don't know if this is fixable. So funny enough, since the pandemic, I've been looking at other options too. And probably have something to announce here soon.
In the world of boxing?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the way that you tease it. Listen, man, you're dropping news bombs today. You might as well drop that.
Look at you getting this. I haven't told this to anybody else but you.
Well, that's very nice of you to do that. I appreciate it. We're going to have to carry on about it because you're obviously coming into the world of boxing at some point. Is that something on your own? Are you teaming up with somebody? What are you looking to do?
When it's time, I'll let you go. I'll let you know when it's time. I'm not ready yet, but in the next couple of weeks.
This is what this show's about, Joe. This is it, to make that noise, to obviously, just to remind everybody what the crack is all about. So you've just mentioned Chisora, Usyk. Who else is on the Joseph Parker radar?
White's been on the radar since the defeat. We had a good fight. He was a better man on the day, but I've always said that I know what I can do. So hopefully we have a rematch in the future. I want to fight. I don't care who I fight, anyone.
You just mentioned
you already know fighters will fight anyone. It's just a matter of it makes sense with the team and all that. But fighters will fight anyone.
Did you manage to catch up with Dillian's fight against Povetkin?
Yeah, there was that saying, hey, one punch can change the whole thing, and that one punch changed the whole fight. He was leading, knocked him down, was doing great work, controlling the fight, and then boom, out of nowhere, that left, the left uppercut, sort of 45, caught him right on the chin.
The rematch
that was interesting.
The rematch is happening November 21st, which is I think it works out about 13 weeks after that knockout. Is that too quick for you?
Nah, fighters will jump in there straight away. I don't know. Is it too quick to be in a ring after knockdown like that?
Ben, obviously there's a medical suspension for 28 days, but what would you say, Ben? That knockout was a brutal knockout. He was out. Is it too quick to put him back in 13 weeks after that, after the first fight?
I'm not a doctor, but from what I've been led to believe in terms of concussion, that if it can be like a scab where if you don't let it heal and keep picking it won't heal properly. So that's the only thing that's worrying me. But in the same token, you can only Dillian White said things that I've disagreed with before, and but you can only respect the way he's gone about it as a fighter. He's took it on the chin, no excuses, wants to get back in there, and you can only respect that. In terms of whether it's too soon, you'd hope that he's had the right people around him and the right team and the right examinations and doctors' advice to make sure that he is okay in the right time and everything will be okay for him to do so. So, fingers crossed.
The thing is that obviously the WBC have come out and said that the mandatory that was in position for the start of next year will be pushed back. So you're probably looking at about another 12 months, which kind of opens it up now, Joseph, for you to get on in there with Dillian. If he can come through his fight with Alexander Povetkin in November and everything kind of plays out in the way that we want it to play out with the pandemic, the first part of next year, we'll see you back over on British soil doing your thing?
Please make some noise, because I would love to be there to fight him. I know he's, we message here and there and we talk to each other. There's a lot of respect, but I still want to get in the ring and fight him and beat him up.
I think revenge.